Hi, I'm going to do mine a little bit differently because it is a little bit different, so I'm going to read the case study as well. Bob Jones is a 58-year-old man who suffers from type 2 diabetes and acute renal failure. He's a double amputee of both feet, the left at the knee, the right at the ankle. He's recently lost several fingertips to gangrene. He has current problems with gangrene in his penis. He's been on dialysis for the past 6 years. He is currently a patient at Providence St. Patrick's Hospital in Missoula. Bob's single. His mother is still living. He has a good relationship with her. Bob's a Medicare patient. He has coverage to offset the cost of his medical stay. Bob considers the quality of his life to be unbearable. He's made the decision to discontinue dialysis. He informed me this gave him approximately 3 weeks to live. He's dealing with some severe depression. Bob will be transitioning to Village Healthcare on May 7th of 2016 for end-of-life care. Assisted suicide is not an option in Montana. Prosecution for assisted suicide remains possible in Montana, and conviction remains possible in Montana as well. Bob has a high school education and some secondary education in mechanics. He has not worked since his first amputation in 2008. He receives SSDI for income. Okay, phase one of the plan change process is engagement. I used a strength perspective to focus on Bob's strengths in order to identify his assets. He's a strong-willed person. It was a tough decision not to try to basically talk him out of his decision. We're supposed to be about self-determination. So I followed that thought. The following skills that I used were active listening and paraphrasing, and I used open-ended questions to build rapport with Bob. Phase two of the plan change process was assessment, biopsychosocial theory. Bob suffers from debilitating conditions which limits his social functioning. The cycle of change theory, Bob's in the action phase of personal change. The family systems theory applies to this. All individuals in the family, Bob and his mom, are impacted by each other's behavior and decisions. The strengths that I identified were Bob has good family support from his mom and love for his mom. The problems are he's just got serious health problems. His kidneys are failing and he's just not getting better. He's becoming a burden to his elderly mother who is unable to care for him. He has serious depression occurring due to a poor quality of life. As I said before, self-determination is a precept of social work. A plan was created for end of life. Resources had already been identified to address this issue. Now we go to phase three of the plan change process, intervention. It's a client-centered model. Bob identifies the goals, and that goal is death. He selected his services and chose a treatment plan. Was just no more health care. We figured a dialectical behavioral model that staff could help Bob with techniques, DBT techniques to manage his emotions. An empowerment model, maybe the staff could work with Bob to empower him to make the decisions that impact his end-of-life decision. And goal one of the treatment plan is just preparation for end-of-life for Bob. Objective A is move to Village Healthcare residency. Objective B, participate in counseling sessions to ease mental health issues and help with emotional trauma. Objective C, engage in individual counseling with private therapists 3 times a week to talk about this. And then we go to phase 4 of the plan change process, which is evaluation. The termination process. The termination is determined by the termination of life. The goal will be to help keep Bob as comfortable as possible until his demise. As far as evaluation tools, there really can't be any. The achievement of the goal is peace. Thanks.